This is a video about building your resume. It's specifically tailored mostly for the beginners like high school graduates or people with first time jobs, people who just need basic information, basic fundamental information on how to build your resume. This advice is from myresumetoday.info, so go on over there if you've already watched the video and need to find more information. So what you want to do for your resume is to use appropriate titles and headings. You want to be very specific to your desired job. Specificity is a key, and I'll always emphasize that. What you want to do is also to highlight and emphasize the good points. Employers don't really want to see that you've made mistakes before or that you're kind of a slacker. They want to know that they can hire someone who can get the job done and who can get the job done well. In your paper resume, you want to use a very clean format. Employers basically just glance at their resume, either choose to look at it longer or just throw it in the shredder. So what you want to do is make it very clean and easy to read. So don't clutter your resume, be professional, only use black and white and an appropriate font and font size. What you don't want to do is to make the font very small or use outlandish colors or fonts like a script font with bright red or bright yellow. It's safe to say that it's best to stick with black and white. Also, in your resume, you have to be ordered. Employers don't really want to look at a resume with information all around the place. What they're looking for first normally is your personal and contact information first, the main objective of your resume. So that's basically what you want to do with your resume and why you're sending it, the skills you have, the basic skills you have, and your educational background, or if you have any, or some type of experience. Use content that highlights you best. What you want to do is to try to accentuate your strong points, but don't be cocky. If you be cocky, employers can really pick up on that and they think you're just BSing something or making stuff up. And what you want to do is to add numbers to your content. So, for example, say I put this content such as I manage customer accounts and company records versus I managed over 500 customer accounts and organized over 1,000 company files, which sounds a lot better and makes you look a lot better and more likely to be hired. Use power words. What you want to do is to create vivid imagery for the employer or the person who's looking at your resume. They don't want to see generic words that everybody uses. They want to see stuff that makes you stick out. So if you're having trouble trying to find power words, try to use a thesaurus and choose relevant words. And make sure they're relevant and make sure you know what they mean in the context and how they're used. Like, for example, I assigned jobs to entry-level staff versus I supervised and directed workflow to entry-level staff. What do you think sounds better? The second one, right? And usually when you're searching for a job, most of the time it's through Monster.com or a newspaper ad or Craigslist, and these employers put very specific points in which they want their prospective employees to have. So what you want to do is to include keywords into your resume that the ad includes, especially for what the employer is looking for, and tailor the specificity of your resume to what the manager is looking for. What you want to do also is to include relevant experience. Relevant is important because irrelevant experience will only hurt your chances if an explanation is not provided. So if your experience isn't related and you don't really have much relevant experience to the job or you're just starting where there's not much experience to begin with anyways, try to find a way to connect it to the job that you're applying for. So whether or not you've done something in the past through school, through, I don't know, babysitting, stuff like that. And lastly, always include a cover letter, because a cover letter is something that includes the points that your resume can't explain. So what your resume is basically is just an outline of yourself, while the cover letter is about a one-page essay explaining who you are, what your skills are, and why you want the job. This way employers can get a sense of your personality through the letter. And what you want to do is to be professional but also sell yourself. So now's the time to be a little bit cocky, but not too much, but also trying to sell yourself so that you can land the job and get that interview. Alright, thanks for listening. If you need more tips, go to www.myresumetoday.info.